As college students, it's safe to say that all of us have stress. Whether it's stress because of schoolwork, because of your home life, or just life in general, we all have it. According to the AIS, American Institute of Stress, last accessed on February 4th, 2018, stress is the non-specific response of the body to any demand of change. In this speech, I'll be informing you what stress is, what causes it, and how to handle it. First, I will be talking about what stress is. According to the magazine Medical News Today, written on November 28th of 2017, stress can literally be anything. It's anything that poses a real or perceived challenge or threat to the person's well-being. In 2015, the American Sociology Association said that the stress level in the United States rose from a 4.9 to a 5.1, the main reasons being money and employment. But stress isn't all that bad. Some stress can be helpful. When a lot of people think of stress, there's a negative connotation that goes to it. Stress can be a motivator. If you have a huge project that's due and you're stressing over it because of how quickly it's coming up, your stress is going to lead you to do the project, therefore your stress is leaving. Short-term stress can also be helpful. Stress helps the body prepare for the flight or fight response. Stress symptoms can be high blood pressure, high pulse, faster breathing, the digestive system can slow down, immune activity decreases, muscle becomes tense, and you can't sleep because of how alert you are. The APA recognizes 3 types of stress: acute, episodic acute, and chronic. Acute stress is the short-term stress that is the most common way that stress actually occurs. With acute stress, you might get tension headaches or an upset stomach. Episodic acute stress is when the triggers of stress comes a lot, so you have it often but for short periods. With episodic acute stress, you can have high blood pressure and heart disease. Finally, chronic stress. This is where the stress never leaves. An example of this would be an unhappy marriage. With this stress, you can have heart attacks, strokes, and can lead to suicidal thoughts and/or actions. Now that we know what stress is, what can it lead to? And how do you get it? A major life event can cause stress. For example, job issues or retirement, lack of time or money, grief, family problems, illness, moving, and/or relationships. All these can be a cause of stress. Some other common stresses are abortion or miscarriages, driving in heavy traffic, fear of uncertainty, and/or waiting for an outcome. In the book Generation Me by Jean M. Twain, published in April of 2006, it states that people are more stressed now versus in the 60s or 70s, and that's due to the high expectations. Growing up, I was always told I could do my best in anything, and I never wanted to disappoint my parents, so I always felt like my best was never enough, and it kept stressing me out because I was scared that I was never going to be good enough. I always wondered if my best wasn't going to be enough for my parents, friends, teachers, really anyone. Finally, how do we handle stress? Since we become stressed by literally anything, how do we deal with our stress in a healthy way? First, you can avoid caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine. Caffeine and nicotine are stimulants and therefore can just add to your stress level and won't reduce it at all. Alcohol is a depressant, which obviously is not a good thing for when you're stressed. You can swap these drinks with water, herbal teas, and natural juices. The next way you can reduce stress is to exercise. Exercise releases a hormone in your body that calms your mind and calms your body down so that way you can relax. Third, sleeping. I know for me, sleeping always helps. If you're not sleeping, your body doesn't have time to relax and calm down and start over. Fourth, talking to someone. Talking is definitely something that you should always do. Just because what you're dealing with, you think there's no way out, doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't have a better perspective of it. And if you're not talking to someone and you're bottling everything up, it's not healthy for you. Fifth, once you know what your stress is, take control of it. Don't let the stress be the boss of you. You be the boss of your stress. Unfortunately, there's no one cure for stress. People will always have stress. But now that you know what stress is, what causes it, and how to handle it, you have a better way to help with it. With all the information and tools that I've provided, I hope that you take your stress and become the boss of it.